What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, you guys know I like to give you these updates on Sui, every other day or every day at least, and we got something that we saw happen over the last 24 hours that's extremely important in my opinion, and I wanted to quickly share that with you. And so with that said, let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into it. And guys, don't forget, if you do want to trade a low Sui yourself, you can check out that BTCC link down below to start trading on up to 50 to 500x leverage, although I don't recommend 500x leverage. Again, you can check out that link down below, guys. They are going to give you a 10% bonus on first time deposits above $500 and below $100,000. So say for example, if you deposit $3,000, they're going to give you an extra $300 to use to trade. And say for example, you turn the $300 into $2,000, guys, that profit that you made is your profit, no strings attached. You get to keep it, withdraw it, spend it, do whatever you want with it. It's absolutely phenomenal. One of the craziest deals I've ever put together here on the channel. So make sure that you do go check that out down below. I do a ton of trading on BTCC every single day, so I know you'll enjoy it. Feel free to go check that out again down in the description below. Now, looking at Sui's price, okay, over the the last few days, we've really been focusing in on what's happening from a bigger perspective, from the grand scheme of things, because it is very easy to get wrapped up into the short terms. It's very easy to get wrapped up into the 4 hours when you got all this sideways movement and chop and you're breaking levels and back testing and flipping resistance points into support and all this crazy stuff. And I think that it can cause you to kind of lose track of what's happening in the grand scheme of things. And what I want to talk to you all very quickly about today is what is happening on the shorter term time frames, just so you're updated, but focus more specifically on what we saw yesterday from the long term time frames to build onto the video from yesterday. Now, for a quick update on what's happening in the short term, okay, let's go out to the daily charts just to get an idea. What we can of course see is that Sui's price has been in this slow, steady trend upwards over the last week or so. Of course, we did see that absolutely insane run to the upside that it had between, of course, September 2nd and then October 13th. Saw a little bit of a pullback, and now this bad boy is moving again, currently sitting right around $3.71 and feeling like it wants to make that move up towards $4 because it's gotten damn close a couple times. But of course, over the last couple of days, we definitely have started to notice that Sui's momentum has struggled a little bit. It got up to that 1.272 Fibonacci extension zone. It got up towards that $4 zone. And of course, the bears have started selling a bit. A lot of bulls are taking profits at the $4 psychological level. Some of your indicators are resetting a bit. Your Bollinger Bands are overextended. And so as a result of all of that, yeah, sure, we are starting to see Sui's price kind of struggle a little bit over the last 2 or 3 days. But where we are right now, in my opinion, is not, it's just a drop in the bucket in the grand scheme of things. I told you all yesterday, I think that even if Sui's price does pull back a bit, that the door up towards $6 is still wide open. And I do think that minimum this cycle, we should see Sui's price be able to try to make a move up to that level, unless something catastrophic happens, right? Something catastrophic happens, the bull market ends, yeah, sure, that might not happen. But if we keep this bullish momentum, I can't see a world where Sui's price isn't hitting $6. And so because of that, we've not really cared as much as to what is happening in the short term until something more dramatic does happen or we get more structural clarity. But from a weekly perspective, man, something happened yesterday that opens up a beautiful door of opportunity for us that I think is extremely important. Now, what I want to focus on is the weekly RSI, because what happened was here. So as Sui's price has been making this move upwards, I've been on the freaking watch out like a hawk, watching to see if any bearish divergence is going to form. Put simply, bearish divergence is something that happens with your RSI whenever it starts to put in lower highs, but your price is putting in higher highs. And what this entails is that as the price is going upwards, it's losing momentum. And so even if you're going upwards, if your RSI is setting in lower highs, you're losing momentum, and that's not a good thing because at any given point, you're likely going to pull back. And what we saw from Sui, not last week, but the week before that, was early signs of bearish divergence. If you guys remember in that video we made, we were talking about the fact that Sui went sideways right here. So we had this high, and then we got stuck right here, and we had this lower high at the same time frame that we had set in that higher high. And in that situation, I was like, look, we need Sui to be able to push higher and pull this RSI back above this previous high, because if it's unable to, and we set in macro bearish divergence for Sui, that could imply that some sort of 20, 30, 35% correction could be on the way. And what actually happened yesterday, as we did get the weekly close on Sunday, although it did come down, or it did go up a little bit, and now it's down a little bit over the last 24 hours, we did see Sui's price being able to pull that RSI upwards enough to pull it into a higher high from this previous one to avoid any exaggerated bearish divergence or just general bearish divergence itself. And so what this means for Sui is that we don't have some sort of macro big scary bearish indicator flashing anymore directly below us that could signal that some type of big pullback is on the way that might freak out our traders and investors. We invalidated the possibility of that bearish divergence and have opened up the door of opportunity for SUI's price to not only be able to maintain up here, but possibly even continue higher, which is a very, very, very good thing. Now, in addition to that, what we are starting to notice is a couple good things from our MACD also. You guys know I don't look at the MACD super often, but what I am noticing is that while we are not getting bearish divergence on the RSI, we're also not getting bearish divergence on the MACD here. We can see here that as the price is pulling up, we are getting these higher highs established on the MACD bars, which does coincide and align very well with what is happening with the price right now. And so all of these things quite simply just mean that as SUI's price is pushing upwards and as it's getting higher and higher, it's invalidating the idea that this is going to be the top or this is going to be the top and it's going to go into some terrible crash afterwards. It's telling us that this is sustainable. It's telling us that this is, even though it might pull back, don't get me wrong, again, at any given point we might pull back to $2.30, $2.40, $2.50. That could happen. But even if that does happen, this has been a sustainable and healthy move to the upside that has invalidated all bearish structures and puts us in a spot to where it can easily continue and just get higher from here. So obviously that's a great thing for SUI. Obviously it means that the price could continue upwards, and obviously it means that we're still in a position, we're positioned in a very good spot for the long term here. Now guys, I will actually let you know, if you are interested, I did recently just release a technical analysis course for beginners over in the Patreon. It is down below if you want to check it out. You can access that and many other tiers for just $5 a month. For $5 a month, you can get my thoughts and insights on news and events, daily fundamental analysis reports, daily technical analysis reports, and of course my beginners crash courses, which I'm releasing 5 of them for all of the members in this general member tier. So feel free to go check that out. For $1 a month, you can just casually join the community, talk to me, ask me questions, talk to the other community members, and much more. So that's all available down there for you. But again, if this does feel a little complicated to you, and some of these different terms and vocabulary for technical analysis can get a little bit confusing, feel free to check out this general member tier, because again, I just released a 30-minute course for you down there, which comes with a video and a PDF and some cheat sheets. So all of that's available for you there. If you do want to start doing some trading on SUI yourself on up to 50x leverage, you can check out that BTCC link, which is linked down there for you if you want a 10% bonus on your first time deposit. And overall, of course, don't forget to subscribe, guys. I am going to continue to update you as this does play out, as SUI does continue to chug and chug upwards, and as we do start to get some more developments, I'll be making more and more videos, baby. I've posted I think 4 or 5 today. I got 4 or 5 left, so stay tuned for those, and I can't wait to see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.